Hi friends, welcome back. Now in this very small video, let us complete the advantages and disadvantages of sole proprietorship. So first let us talk of the advantages. We've seen most of them in the characteristics. The first advantages is that it has a very easy establishment process. Because see, there's only one person involved, so there's no need to prepare any document, no need to pass through any difficult and complex process of law, right? So any person with limited capital, limited education, or having even just general capabilities can start the business. Second thing is less capital is required. Right? You can start small. You can start a business with less capital. Yeah, if additional funds are required, you can either borrow them, right? Or you can bring an investor, means you can bring a partner. You can either take a loan or you can take an investment. Maintenance of secrecy is very easy in this form of business because there's only one proprietor, one owner, so he may keep all the secrets with him. Right? So wherever business is required to work on maintaining some secrecy, like some secret formula or etc., then yep, appear it is possible. Quick decisions can be taken. That's a good advantage. One person is there. He is the chief decider. He can take fast decisions. There's a personal contact between the customer and the owner. Right? So he can get to know about the changing business trends, the fashion and customer preferences, and he can make changes in his system. Right? He can change the distribution system. He can keep his market safe. He can keep his customers loyal to him. There's flexibility. One person is there. He can take decisions. So due to quick decision, due to constant awareness, there's flexibility in business because see, decisions also are taken by that same person. Risks also are borne by him. So there's nobody to ask, not much to think about. It is very flexible. Same way, tax burden is less. There's no tax on the proprietorship. Whatever tax has to be paid is the tax borne on the income of the proprietor. So the proprietor only pays income tax. There's no business tax involved as such for proprietorship. So less tax, and there are less legal restrictions. चालू करने के लिए well legal requirements नहीं है, बहुत कम है. There's no need of approval from anybody to increase or decrease capital. The size of business also is small, so legal restrictions are less. This is about the advantages. Now we will talk of the limitations. There's first limitation is the biggest limitation. There's limited capital. See, the proprietorship invests his own money in the business, but that capital is limited. So if he wants to expand, right, diversify, he may not have that money with him. And if he borrows from the market, he takes a loan, it may land him in big problem. Like I'll give an example. One of my cousins borrowed 55 lakh rupees from the market. He's a travel agent. So he was planning a tour in April of 2020. So in March, early February, March, he borrowed a lot of money from the market and bought the tickets and booked the hotels in USA and wherever he was planning the trip, and prepared for the tour, which was making him a good amount of profit. But unfortunately for him and for everybody, the corona outbreak occurred and everything went in lockdown. The whole world shut down and all the tours had to be cancelled, and now his money is stuck in the hotels and flights. No one is returning the money back to him. At the same time, the money he has borrowed from the market, he has to pay interest on them. So now, due to his heavy borrowing, he is in big soup because the borrowers are asking for the interest on their money and they are asking for their money back, and the persons he has paid money to, they are not returning that money. So you see, a sole proprietor will work on limited capital. That is his biggest drawback. Right? So you cannot purchase raw materials on large scale. You cannot buy big size machines. You cannot have big storage facilities. You cannot compete with people having big pockets. Right? In short, you cannot compete with the big guns of the industry, the big corporate houses. At the same time, the second biggest limitation is there's unlimited liability, meaning we saw what liability this means. That whatever you have borrowed, you have to pay back from your own personal properties, right? You have to sell your business, sell your own personal properties. So all the risk of business have to be borne, right, by the owner himself. Third limitation is that it is of a short duration. Why? Because this business will last as long as the proprietor is living. It is not necessary that the proprietor's children will also continue the father's business, right? So the life of the business lasts until the proprietor is living or he is active, or if the business dies, if the owner of business dies, or he become bankrupt, or he loses mental balance, the business also comes to an end, right? Why? Because the hire may not have the ability or inclination to run the business. Then we have limited work capacity. See, as one person, that owner is responsible to formulate all the business policies. He has to monitor everything. Now he may be very intelligent, no doubt about that, but still, as soon as the business starts becoming bigger, his ability to monitor everything will become smaller. Yet I hope you understand this. Okay, it is very hard for one person to monitor a large workforce and large activity. At that time, your work capacity goes down. At that time, you have to delegate work, appoint managers and delegate work, right? So what does today's sole proprietor do? He starts the business on his own. He takes care of everything. As the business starts expanding, he appoints people to do his work for him. He appoints experts, right? People with different type of skill and knowledge, he appoints them and gives them good salary and makes them work on his behalf. And he monitors, he plans the strategy. So the sole proprietorship slowly turns into a big company. Because one person takes all decisions, there is a possibility of wrong decisions. See, we saw an advantage that there's flexibility, quick decisions can be taken, but not necessarily quick. These decisions are equally good. Sometimes quick decisions can also be wrong decisions, because more people, if they debate over things, then there's a chance that you may find out some flaw in the decision. But as one person is taking decisions, there's a possibility of some flaw or some wrong decision, and it may hurt the business greatly in the long run. So hasty, utawal mein, erroneous, galti wala decisions, right, tend to damage the business. And last is, there's a lack of advantage of large scale business. See, it's a small scale business, small capital, small machinery, less staff. So large scale enterprise, they cannot, it's very hard for them to compete. Imagine a cold drink maker, a small city based cold drink manufacturer. He cannot compete with the likes of Coke and Pepsi, right? So his area of operation will always be limited. He cannot go and compete with those people. These people are operating on a large scale. Their economics of scale is large, and because of the large economics of scale, large machinery, large manpower and everything, they can use technology and their production cost goes down. So if a small time cold drink manufacturer tries to compete with the likes of these big shots, he will not survive in terms of costing, right? He will be out of business. He should remain small only. So the large scale business have some advantages, right? Because they have more capital to play with. See, imagine right now, due to corona, the situation, small scale business may not be able to survive 6 months, 8 months of loss or shutdown. On the other hand, a large scale business will take this time to expand. Right? They are not going to let this time go. They are going to take over some small businesses. All businesses which are weak now, is the right time for buying for these bigger houses. They are now going to expand. They are going to use their money, their capital, to buy bargain businesses. Because in the hard times, many businesses will suffer, and when they are suffering losses. They are about to shut down. They are in big debt. They will sell off at cheap rates, and these big businesses, large scale businesses, can now bargain hunt them, buy them at bargain prices, at very cheap prices. Right? So small scale sector or proprietorship may lack that advantage of a large scale business. Okay, so that's the even purchase and sales. You can see now, okay, a large scale business can buy and can purchase raw material on a large scale, wholesale rate at very cheap rates. A sole proprietor may not be able to do this, and when you get a cheap rate, you can sell at cheap rates. So you are taking advantage of that market. So that this is the disadvantage for a sole proprietorship. Yeah. Okay, so this topic we end. Now we'll talk of Hindu undivided family in the next video. So see you then. Bye.